How to create amazing mirror designs in Affinity Photo. Got a design here that was created using a brush. Please check out my earlier videos on how to create these sort of procedural texture brushes. Create all kinds of beautiful, colourful designs. And you can apply them just by using the paintbrush tool. So go to the paintbrush tool, select one of these brushes. Again, please check out the video on how to do that. And just apply it using an art pad and pen. If you haven't, you just have to use a mouse. You can still generate really amazing brushstroke designs. Once you've created your design, you can resize it. You can reposition it. You can change the angle. It's just a layer which can be moved around and modified in numerous ways. You can also go to filters and you can apply distort and deform. You can also go for mirror. So select mirror and you can see the initial design there. Number of mirrors just set to 1. You can increase that, make it 2 or 3, and as you increase it, maybe go for 12, 13, you can create a variety of different colourful designs simply by changing the origin point. And that's all you need to do. Just click anywhere and then just drag. If you're not happy with the design, you might like to modify the input and output as well. They're useful. So you can change that. Just go to input. And as you move that around, you'll notice sometimes you get a nice design, sometimes not. And you can see, just move that around. Again, change origin point. And I quite like that one. But you can also modify output. So you can see you can rotate that a bit more. I'm just going to go with there. And click OK. You got this design now. Again, it's a layer, just a standard layer. So you can go to Brushes panel. And you go to right side and new brush from selection. So you've got this lovely, beautiful, colourful, flower-like design. New brush from selection. And you can remove it. Of course, you could create hundreds of other designs. Double click and you can see the design there. And you can modify the rotation, shape, scattering. Go to general section and you can modify the spacing. So if you want to see more or less of it, so you can have it like a tube. Or maybe just have it like about there. You can also change the size. You can change the rotation, so you can rotate it. Dynamics, you can add some sort of jitter randomness to it. So size jitter, and you can see design there. It's applied using pressure. But likewise, rotation jitter, you can change, make that pressure as well. Again, if you've got an art pad and pen. Also, if you want to add some colour into it, hue jitter, again, go for pressure. So all are set to pressure and click close. And now apply it. Go over here to the paintbrush tool, select that. And if the brush is too big, you can always resize. You can see the design there. And as you put more pressure, obviously it will change. So you can create some very beautiful designs very rapidly just by using a brush stroke created earlier and using it with mirror. Mirror is great for creating these sort of beautiful symmetrical designs. Now what you can also do is you can go and use mirror as well, again with this. So if you decide, let's just apply it, just click there and you've got your design. And you can go to mirror for that. So it's just a layer, again you can see there, pixel layer. Go to filter and distort and mirror. I wouldn't suggest repeat mirror. The result might not be what you want. So again, just go there and you can change the number of mirrors. Now sometimes you'll end up with this other effects over here. They're real, so you can't just ignore them. You can't just say, oh, that doesn't. So you have to make certain you don't get that. And then you can just move that around. Just again, change origin point. You might like to go there. And again, any point, go for input. Just by subtle changes to that. And hold down shift to constrain it. Also, you can hold down the Alt or Option key and that will free it up. So you can just move it around very rapidly. Again, avoiding the side bit there. So once you're happy with the design, I think that looks a beautiful design. Click apply. So with that, exactly the same as before, you can go to brushes. Just go here. Right side and new brush from selection. So new brush from selection, you've now got that defined. You can save it to your assets. Always very useful if you want. Just go to View, down to Studio and Assets. I always quite like to save these. Not always, but sometimes you think, with that selected, I like that design. So I'm just going to put it, just right click and add from selection. And it just adds it there. And you can use it later if you want to. You can come back to it. Okay, remove that. Now double click and you can see that new design. Do exactly the same as before. Just modify the size. I think that's too big. Change the spacing. You can increase it, decrease it. Rotation. Go dynamics again. Huge hitter. Unfortunately, it always puts it back to random. I would love to see it. If you've got an art pad and pen, it should default to pressure, I think. You've got rotation there, again, pressure. Just push that there. So again, just changes and size. Click close, and again, paintbrush tool, and just apply it. And now you can see you've got another design, which of course you can then use again and again. Variety of different ways of applying it. For the entire screen or not. Again, big or small, depending on the pressure as well. So there you have it. A very quick and easy way just to create all kinds of different designs from a very basic brush, which again, please check out the earlier videos on how to create this sort of procedural texture brush. Fairly simple, using a filter, procedural texture. And then you can use it to create all kinds of beautiful flowery mirror symmetrical designs such as this. Hope you found this of interest. Thank you much.